Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So the Super Eagles of Nigeria are still locked in as they prepare to play Algeria on Saturday, which is next tomorrow. Today is Thursday and is the day that the boys are expected to take a trip from Fez, the city that they are currently at, and into Marrakesh, which is the city that they will play that quarterfinal round on Saturday. But there was actually a bit of a problem that came up yesterday. Uh, of course, maybe you guys have already heard it, but NFF has been caught wanting again. Apparently, the boys refused to travel. They said they would not train or travel today, being Thursday, unless NFF meet up with the payment of their bonuses for the group stage matches and also this round of 16. According to a BBC writer, Oluwa Shina, sorry, he confirmed that the reason for the boys threatening to go on strike was for the allowances for the Tanzania game, the Tunisia game, Uganda, and also the Mozambique game. So technically, they have not been paid anything yet in this African Cup of Nations that is still currently ongoing. So the boys, the senior players in the team, thought it was the perfect time for them to stage that striking, or to just give an idea that they are not willing to travel or make that trip unless the NFF and the NSC pay them up. And this is actually the second time in 3 months that we've heard stories like this. The Super Eagles going on strike. The last one happened late last year, and now we are hearing this again, which of course comes at the very wrong time, because it's whether we like it or not, it's going to be a distraction to the task ahead. And while the Algerian team are preparing without any distraction whatsoever, the Nigerian team are having to deal with distractions such as bonuses being owed. But there was also a good news that came about a few hours after the news of the boys threatening to go on strike and refuse and not travel today. The NFF actually reached out to the media, and they told us that the money is being processed. I mean, this is basically the same excuse that we get, or the same reason. Let me not call it excuse. The same reason. They said that the Central Bank of Nigeria is currently processing the money. This is what one of the officials has come out to say. That is not necessarily in their hand right now. That the boys should not worry. They should focus, that the money is going to be paid to them by the central bank. This is the word from that said official. Is that the money has been processed through the Central Bank of Nigeria to the respective banks. Both Super Eagles players and officials will receive their full bonuses once the transaction process is completed. That is what he said. So from the last understanding in the camp, it seems like the boys have agreed to get back to training, and they would possibly travel today, although I'm not sure if they have agreed to travel. But I think with the communication from the NFF giving them that assurance that the central bank is processing their payment, I think that should be enough for them to make that trip to Marrakesh today to continue their preparation. So that's what's happening right now in the camp of the Super Eagles, and I don't know what is really wrong with the NFF and the NSC, because it just seems like they are always waiting for the Super Eagles players to take some drastic measure, or to take it to the extreme, before they know that they have to pay up the bonuses of these players. I mean, it's long overdue. It's been a while since we finished the group stages and also the round of 16. It's also been a while. So why are these players not getting paid on time? Why can't they even be paid up front? Okay, I can understand that there are some bonuses that you can't pay until the match has been played. For example, the bonuses of goals you scored in group stages, or goals you scored in in the round of 16. We have to first of all allow the result to come out for the NFF to know the exact amount of bonuses the Super Eagles have triggered. But then, I think this payment should be ready and just waiting for these boys to trigger them, and then get paid by the management. No need to be wasting too much time and be making it feel like they have to come and beg them before they pay these bonuses. So that's what's happening. But as it stands, just going to give you some reactions from stakeholders. Ex Super Eagles player John Mikel Obi actually took time on his Obi-Wan podcast to talk about the issue in the Super Eagles setup. For Mikel, he doesn't feel that there's a problem. He doesn't think that the latest dramatic event between Osimhen and Lookman, he doesn't think it's something that people should worry about too much. He says that social media really finds a way to make these things look very bad, and also people from outside, they don't really know how it is on the inside. But he says he's very sure that Osimhen is very committed, is very dedicated, and he repeatedly said that he's a humble guy and that he's a good kid and he wants nothing but the best for the team. He also hit praise on Ademola Lookman and his performances so far. He said that kind of thing is not something that is uncommon. He said that kind of reaction between both players is something that is normal with footballers. He even used example of himself back when I think 2013 when they won the Nations Cup. He said he and Victor Moses, they quarreled at each other on the pitch. He said he quarreled Victor Moses when Victor Moses was apparently being too selfish. He said he walked up to him and quarreled him on the pitch and told him to make sure that he passes the ball, that it's not about him. He doesn't have to be the one to score. He has to make sure that he puts the team first. So they had a very heated exchange. Mikel said even after the game, when they went to their room in the hotel, because they were roommates back then, they refused to speak to each other for several hours. Even slept through the night, not talking to each other. But he said at some point they came around and then they started talking. He said it's just something that can happen sometimes, but at the end of the day, you still realize that the team comes first, and that whatever you guys have on the pitch, whatever exchange has happened, it will all be pushed aside, and then the friendship will continue. So he feels that that's the same thing with Lookman and Victor Osimhen. So no issue, on these guys, and no doubt whatsoever on the commitment from Osimhen. And then Mikel further goes on to say that he would want Victor Osimhen to win the highest goal scorer. But he also says that he really likes what Lookman has done so far with the team. He also hit praise on Alex Iwobi for how he has been able to become very creative and produce those passes that led to goal. And he said he had been expecting it for a really long time from Alex Iwobi. He's just glad that he has started to do so. He talked about Ndidi as well and how he has brought balance to the team, the midfield, and he says that he's a deserved captain. This is his word. He said, "I'd like to see Victor Osimhen win the highest goal scorer because he deserves it." Ademola Lookman as well played really well. Both of them absolutely on fire. Alex Iwobi in this tournament has been absolutely fantastic. I've been waiting for this moment from Alex Iwobi for a long time. Of course, Ndidi, the captain as well, the mainstay of the team who keeps the balance. So that's what he said. It's going to be interesting to see how events unravel the next couple of hours. I'm sure the Super Eagles will be looking to travel today to Marrakesh, the city of the quarterfinals, where they will lock on against Algeria, and hopefully that will happen today as planned, because The only thing that would prevent it is if they don't have an understanding with the NFF in terms of when they are going to pay their bonus or how they are going to pay it as quickly as possible.